back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you my everyday makeup. I do really natural kind of look with a little bit of like kind of like a nice bronzy kind of look for everyday use. It's not like too natural, but it's not super intense, so that's what I love about it, because my skin is still be able to breathe and stuff like that, so I really love this makeup look. And I've been loving this palette that I've just discovered. It gives a lot of pink shades, and I'm always a neutral girl, so being able to wear pinks is super pretty and super amazing, and I just never found the perfect palette for it, so I've really been loving this palette. And yeah, so if you want to see how I do this really pretty kind of like sweet natural look, make sure to keep watching. If you haven't been to my channel yet, welcome. I do a lot of beauty, fashion, lifestyle planner videos, so if you're interested in any of that or all of that, make sure you're subscribed. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So first things I have here are primers. I use two that I usually go through on my everyday basis. I have the Murad Invisiblur Perfecting Shield. This is one I want SPF because it has SPF 30 and it helps protect. And not that I have any acne or anything, but it does help with making the face look a little smoother. But if I'm really dry that day or something, and instead I'll just put maybe some sunscreen on, and then I'll just go with the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. So I have this one too. This is safe for sensitive skin, which I've really been enjoying. So today I'm just gonna go with the moisturizing one because I feel a little bit dry today. So yeah. So I'm just gonna dab it all over my face and just massage it in. So for foundation, I have two. I actually use the It Cosmetics CC Plus Full Coverage Cream with SPF 50. This is usually when I know I'm going to be in the sun and if I'm having a lot of dry patches those days, so this one doesn't really show the dry patches, is really good. And the second thing I would, or the second thing that I might use is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and today I'll be doing this because I do have a little bit of dryness, but I don't have a lot of dry patches, so I can be using this. So those are the two that I go with. So usually I just do 1.5 pumps and then I just spread it all over my face. And I feel like this might be a little light on me, but that's totally fine because I can always blend it in with my bronzer and stuff like that afterwards. So using a beauty blender, I'm just going to blend that out. Depending on what kind of coverage I want, sometimes I will do a double layer, depending if I have an event that day or something. But for everyday look, I usually just do one layer for most of my foundation because I don't want to be too cakey, and sometimes it just looks really drying, which I really don't like. So yeah. So for concealer, I've been loving this Nars one that I still haven't had a chance to purchase yet because I've been still using the actual, I think it was a sample that came in a bunch of colors. So I've been using that and I've been loving it, and I haven't had a chance to purchase the actual one yet because I'm still using it anyways. So this one is the creamy one. It's the matte complete one, the one in a bottle, and I just love. It's actually really nice and smooth, and it just looks really nice on your under eye. So I'm just gonna put that on my under eye, any other redness area to help with the color, and then I usually just blend it in with my finger. Next thing we're going to do are my eyebrows, and I just use two products now, which is really good. The first product is my Gimme Brow from Benefit. This one is number 3. I'm in the shade number 3. So usually what I do is I take the Gimme Brow, and it has this wand, and it kind of gives some nice natural colors, and I just fill in whatever I have, so I kind of have a base of my eyebrow shape before I draw the rest in, because I do have pretty sparse eyebrows because I am Asian, and sparse eyebrows is the way to go, I guess. But I always call my eyebrows like caterpillar brows, so yeah. And then the next thing I will use is the Benefit Goof Proof, and also number 3. These are both small sizes because they're perfect for traveling, and I just didn't want to open my new one yet, so I've just been using that. So what I do is then I just draw the tip of my brow. Super easy, and then I just fill in the rest and kind of make a shape of an eyebrow. So that is it. And my brow is always a hit and miss. Sometimes it looks super nice and sometimes it looks pretty weird, but gotta roll. So the next thing I usually do is my eyes, and usually I will prime my eyes with my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer poster, but today's palette has primer infused in there, so I don't have to do that. So I'll be using my Buxom White Russian on the Rocks eyeshadow palette, and I've actually been loving this because since it's the summertime, I really want more natural looking makeup, and I always do neutrals and stuff like that, and I feel like I've found a really pretty pink palette that just gives that nice kind of like sweet kind of look, which I really like for an everyday kind of thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the shade, the pink shade right here called White Russian with a Twist, and I'm gonna put it all over the lids. I'm gonna use my finger because that's like the easiest way to apply. So I'm just gonna put it all over the lids, and it's pretty pigmented, so it's super easy to apply. And then I'm gonna take the shade beside it, which is called Precious Metals, and it's more of like a metally kind of like pretty brown color. So I'm just gonna put it in the center and then kind of like blend it out to the side. Using a clean fluffy brush, and this is, I just cleaned it, so that's super good. I'm going to use that Lash shade here, which is called High Society, and I'm just going to put it in the crease and corner of my eyes to give some more definition and stuff like that. So that is what I'm going to do. And if it looks a little messy, that's okay, because you can always blend everything out in the end. So I'm just going to place that on both sides for now, so I make it sure they're even. Because if they're not even, that's going to be kind of sad. And then after I do that, then I start blending it inwards, so it kind of just goes through, like it's like one kind of like gradient look. Then I can use a fluffier brush and then take maybe another pink color, the other pink, the lighter pink, and kind of just blend that in so it doesn't look too harsh, because right now it looks a little bit muddy, but we can always make it work. And then with a flat brush, I'm just gonna take the white in this palette, which is, oops, this brush came off right here. This one is Born Glam, and I'm just gonna put it on underneath my brow to highlight. And to intensify that pink that I first used, I'm gonna use Max Fix Plus to put some water on my brush. And then with the wet side, I'm going to dip it back into that very first pink shade, which is the one over here, which is really, really shimmery and pretty. And then I'm just going to pat it in the inner corners of my eyes, so to get that big pop of a pink. And then after, I'm just going to use the other side, because the other side isn't wet. It's only one side that's wet. And then I'm going to go back with the darkest shade in the palette, which is the one I used on the crease and corner. And I'm just going to go underneath the eye. And then after that, I'm going to take a black liner. This is just Lancome's Le Crayon Kohl in Black Ebony, and just line the waterline on the top. And then I'm gonna use my liquid eyeliner. This is the Tarteist. I think this is a double take eyeliner, which has both the pencil side and the liquid side, and I'm just gonna use the liquid side to create a wing in my eye. So now I'm just going to take my Shiseido eyelash curler and just curl my lashes. I really love this curler because it just gets all my lashes, and it doesn't like hurt me or anything, which is really good. So I just have that. My L'Oreal Luminous Lash Paradise and Waterproof. This one is really good. It kind of looks, your lashes are a little bit spidery, but some people don't like that, but for me I don't really mind because it just makes my lashes look super long and voluminous. So for my face, I've been loving this palette that I got from Kylie Cosmetics. This is the Koko Kollection press powder palette, and what I love about this is that it comes with the blush, 2 highlights, and a bronzer. For this look, I can't really use this blush, but usually if I do more of a kind of like, I guess, a more neutral color, not too noticeable, then I can use this color. But today I won't be using it because with my pinks I don't think it will fit well. So what I love doing is taking the eyeshadow palette and mixing this pink over here with this pink over here to kind of give this a really nice kind of like blush look. This one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Duo in Pool Party, and I love this palette because it has 3 different shades that you can use, and they're very different, which is good. There's like a more neutral color you can use, a more coral color you can use, or a really nice pink color. So I really love that. So I'm just gonna mix the 2 palettes together with the blush, and then I'm just gonna put it on the apples of my cheeks and then just blend that out. And then with the palette that I was just talking to you about, the Koko Collection one, I'm going to use this bronzer, which I have been loving. And I've been loving this really cute brush by Benefit. This is their bronzer brush, I believe, or contour brush or whatever you call it. It works really well with the Hoola bronzer and other bronzers that you can think of, basically. So I'm just going to dip that in really light-handed, and then I'm just going to bronze and contour the side of my face. Usually I just bronze more than contour because I feel like contour is a little too heavy, and it'll only work if I'm going to like events or stuff like that. So yeah. So other than contouring there, I would contour my jawline to make it look a little slimmer because I'm a little bit chubbier than I used to. So I'm gonna need more bronzing and contouring on the side. To even out all my skin tone, I also put some on my forehead just in case it shows, because if you're just if you're bronzed in one area not the other, it's kind of odd and weird. So yeah. So now I'm going to be using this shade over here, this one over here. I don't even know if it has a name. It's called Troop Beverly Hills. This one is just a really nice, like, kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's a really common, it's more like a yellow toned highlighter, which is pretty nice. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that and just put it on the high points of my cheeks and glow. And then sometimes I would bring it up here depending on my situation. If I'm going out on a trip or just outside in general, just make sure to have some glow on my face. And then last but not least is our lips, and I've really been loving this lip product, and I basically use this every day because of how easy it is to use. This one is the Lancome Matte Shaker in Energy Peach. These shades are actually really bright, but you can also make it as subtle as you want. It's super cool because you can engrave your name on this, which is super cool, and I have that there. But yeah, so you can apply a little bit if you don't want too much color, and then just blend it out with your finger. Or you can just legit apply a bunch so it looks a lot vibrant and brighter. But for me, I like more of like a subtle kind of look. My lips don't really have color, so it's always nice to have a little bit of color on the lips. And there we go, and that is all my makeup, and let's get back in. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this because I really love this makeup look because it's super natural, super easy to do, and it's just really, really addicting to do because I always love makeup in the summer. I just want it to be more natural, more pretty looking, and yeah. So thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please let me know down below any other videos you want to see, and that is all I have to say. So have a wonderful day. Bye!